Where do you find the leaders of tomorrow?
Well, I think I'd answer in two ways. I mean, first of all, from a recruiting perspective, as you hire people, you intentionally try to hire people with the capability to become leaders. But in most organizations, and certainly in ours, who we think it's a talent-rich environment, it's about helping those who are in the organization, achieve their outcomes. Remember, our values are best value of the individual, take each individual to their full potential. And I think the key to that, the thing that we would most easily miss, is that you can create all kinds of structures to do that, but the individual has to want to do it. And you'll have two equally talented people, one with the ambition, and it doesn't mean they're trying to claw over someone else's back. It just means they desire to make a contribution. And so it's trying to identify those people, have them self-select, and then allow them the opportunity to test their mettle and see how far they can go. And so what we do in our organization and what we do with our clients is help them do that. And that's where it comes back to this idea, or you were sort of saying, is that they are also the people who have the support of their organization, because you'll have two equally talented individuals, one who aspires to contribute, the other one who aspires to go home at 5:30, do a good job, right? Well, the organization naturally rallies behind the one that aspires to do that. And so you get there's an ambition there, but also this phenomenon of being lifted up on people's shoulders, and you're trying to get them to learn how to do that, and be. Normally, it's about getting them to think beyond themselves, and in terms of what they can do for the organization and what they can do for others, and that's how you get the velocity underneath someone's career.
Great.
I think you also look in rooms like this, in places like this kind of a forum where people have chosen to come and learn and expand their skills because they see the benefit to both themselves and to their organizations. I think that desire for learning, for skill acquisition, for the ability to expand their contribution into the organization, that's one of the marks of somebody who you look for as leadership and as leader potential.
And I think that's a great point, Eula, because even I heard last night as I arrived and was trying to catch up. Unfortunately, I couldn't be here for the full conference on what had happened, kind of key themes. As I heard, several folks that had actually paid their own way to come here, and to me, that speaks volumes to me. If I was working in your organization and found out that you'd paid your own way to come here because you felt it was so important to pick up the training, the skills, to stay current, to network, that just speaks volumes. So again, for those of you that did that, I think that's a real hallmark. I would also say that when you look at where I look for future leaders is really not just power and position in the org chart. I really look more to the relationship map. So those folks that no matter where they are the person you go to get things done. They know people across departments. They work very well with others. They execute on time. And you know who I'm talking about. There's that one or two people in your department. You may be that person. If so, fantastic. If you're not, figure out a way to get there. But if you said, am I that kind of go-to person? Do I have the relationships, not necessarily the organizational structure, but I think that counts for a lot, particularly as we think about going forward with, as we mentioned, kind of getting back to that theme of jobs starting to disperse, going to different areas. You need to be able to work more grab resources from wherever you may, work more cross-functionally, work with maybe outside vendors more often than you have, and learn how to leverage those skills. And to me, those are some of the differences in leadership and talent that I see leading organizations really keying in on, that the rest of them are still more in that org chart model of saying, so-and-so has been in this position for so long, therefore they're up for the next promotion.